Hi guys, it's Shamsa and welcome back to my little kitchen. Now today's recipe requires 2 potatoes and you'll have an amazing curry ready in under 25 minutes. Perfect for a midweek meal. Now this recipe is called Khatte Aloo, which translates sour potatoes, and the sourness comes from the amchoor powder, which is the dry mango powder. Honestly, so tangy, so wonderful, and the fact that it's cooked in mustard oil really elevates the dish. You've got to try this recipe out. Now, before I try this and tell you guys exactly how it is, please show your support and subscribe to the channel. Turn your bell notifications on for all things cooking. And now let me try this and tell you how it is. And it's got this wonderful yellow tone to this curry because of the mustard oil and the turmeric powder that we've added. That curry has thickened up really nicely, and just look at that. The first thing you taste is that wonderful mustard oil, very unique, wonderful nutty aroma and flavour. Then you've got the pop of the cumin seeds, you've got the spice coming through, which is just perfect, and the salt is perfect as well. And the next bit is the sour, tangy curry that's full of that amchoor powder. Absolutely wonderful. Try the recipe out. I'm sure you're going to love it. Let me know in the comments below how you find it if you do make it. And now we're going to run through the ingredients with you quickly and then we'll start cooking. So the ingredients you're going to need are potatoes. Now I've got 500 grams of potatoes here in weight, and I'm using baking potatoes, and I've chopped them so they're nice and chunky bite-sized pieces, and I've just set them aside in some water. I've got here a quarter cup, which is 1/4 of a cup, approximately 60 milliliters of mustard oil. Now I'm using mustard oil in this recipe because it adds a really nice flavour to the dish. There's that nutty aroma that comes from the mustard oil, and it really enhances this dish. So I do recommend, if you haven't got this, then go off and buy it. You can buy it from any world food aisle in any local supermarket or any Asian cash and carry or supermarket. I mean, if you can't find it, then obviously just use any oil of your own preference. I've got here 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds, and I have here a 1/4 teaspoon of methi, which is dried fenugreek seeds. Again, these add a slight bitter note to the dish. And I've got here a small stick of cinnamon and 2 cloves. And I have the following spices. Now I have 1/2 teaspoon plus a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. You can adjust the salt later if you wish, you can add more. I've got here 1 teaspoon of coriander powder, turmeric powder and dried ginger powder. I've got here 1/2 teaspoon of Kashmiri chilli powder, which is going to add that really nice colour and flavour. And then I've got here 1/2 teaspoon of regular chilli powder for the heat. I've got here 2 green chillies, which I've just sliced a little way up. And I've got 1 teaspoon's worth of freshly grated ginger. And here, to add that sour note to this potato curry, I've got here 2 teaspoons of amchoor powder, which is dry mango powder. And this is what really gives that curry that really sour note, and it's absolutely wonderful. And we also need water, and we need fresh coriander to garnish right at the end. So let's start cooking. Right, okay, so I've got my pan on the hob. My heat setting is currently on a 6, which is a medium heat setting for my hob. And we're going to add the oil in and just give that a couple of seconds just to heat up, and then we're going to add the cumin seeds, and we're going to just give them a few seconds just to allow them to start spluttering, and also the whole spices. And now we're going to add our potatoes in. And we're also going to add our ginger and our chillies, and we're going to fry off the rawness for about a minute or so. Right, okay, so it's been around a minute, and now we're going to add all our spices in and just give that a mix through. This dish comes together really, really quickly. And it's so easy to make. Perfect. My heat setting is still on a 6, which is a medium heat setting. And then we're going to add 500 millilitres of water into this. Just like that. Perfect. And I'm going to turn my hob settings up to full power now, which is 9. And I'm just going to allow this to come up to the boil, and then I'll show you what you need to do next. Right, okay, so it's come up to the boil. We're going to pop the lid on, and we're going to turn our hob setting down to a medium, which is a 6 for my hob. And we're just going to allow this to cook away now for approximately 10 to 15 minutes. And the potatoes will be cooked fully, and the water that we've added would have reduced down with all that flavour, and I'll show you how it looks in approximately 15 minutes time. So you don't have to do anything to this, just go off and relax for the next 15 minutes, and I'll see you back then. Right, okay, coming back to the potato, it's been 15 minutes that they've been cooking away, and I'm just going to remove the lid to show you. They look wonderful and absolutely gorgeous aroma coming off them. Oh. And don't worry if some of them have started to break, because that's more flavour in the curry. And now at this stage, what we're going to do is we're going to go in with our amchoor powder. We're just going to sprinkle that over and just gently mix that through. And we're just going to pop the lid back on again, and we're just going to let them simmer away for a few minutes, approximately 5 more minutes. Heat setting is currently on a 5, but I've just lowered it a little bit, and after 5 minutes I'll show you how they look, and we'll be ready to finish them off. Right, okay, so 5 minutes later, and this is how they look. I've just turned my hob off, and potatoes are fully cooked, smell amazing, and the only thing we need to do now is just to garnish them with fresh coriander just on top like that. And there you have it, guys. My sour potatoes, which are also known as Khatte aloo ki curry, is ready. Let me plate these up and give you a closer look.